Your time now 6:01, and now to news making headlines around the state. Lawmakers are moving their offices out of the state capitol in preparation for a big renovation in the building. 17's Ashley Zavala shows us how much this project is expected to cost taxpayers and what opponents are saying about that cost. A major move is underway at the state capitol. Crews pile up and roll out boxes filled with the belongings and supplies of lawmakers and staff, clearing out the offices and hallways of the capitol's annex.
This building gets 2 million people this a year.
Assemblyman Ken Cooley gave us a tour of the work being done. The annex is set to be demolished to make way for a new, upgraded space. For the last 7 decades, the annex has housed executive and legislative offices, entrances, and has been a main artery of the state capitol.
It is monumental to figure out how do you keep the legislature functioning as an institution while you tackle deficiencies in this building that were long ago identified by Schwarzenegger.
Lawmakers approved the project in 2018 that's expected to cost taxpayers about $1.2 billion. Legislators defending the demolition, noting the current annex has asbestos, limited access for the disabled, and a lack of safety measures like exits and sprinklers. The new space will include about $100 million worth of security upgrades.
It'll be a more secure, modern capitol. It will allow the legislature in a term-limited era to be more functional by bringing all the pieces back under one roof.
Here in the annex, lawmakers say they expect the bulldozing to begin at around March of this upcoming year, but that all depends on how the courts rule in the multiple lawsuits filed against this project.
The legislature's job was to really maintain the building for the last 70 years, but they really didn't do that well.
Wayne Donaldson was a state historic preservation officer. He's a part of one of the lawsuits against the project, which he says will send history into a landfill, potentially cut down several historic trees, including the moon tree, and present other environmental issues.
The whole process has been mysterious. It's been behind closed doors, and it's just incredibly frustrating.
For now, lawmakers are still making their way into a temporary space in a brand new legislative building about a block away. The building has color-coded floors and updated electric, air, and water filtration systems. This is expected to open up to the public January 3rd. Lawmakers are expected to work out of it for about 4 years or as long as the construction is underway. At the state capitol, Ashley Zavala, 17 News.